Here's a quick update on my roof. As you can see, it's now white. I put like this sealant over it. Tried that. That didn't really work too well because I had a lot of smaller holes that water was getting into, so I kind of um, sealed those. I don't know if you can really see some of those spots. So down here, really sealed those holes. As well as took the antenna off because that's where a lot of the water was leaking through. Took the antenna off, and I mean, there was water just pouring in into 5 gallon buckets, and it like filled a bucket one night within like 10 minutes. Because what I had covered didn't do the job, and the next I didn't have time to seal it that day, and of course it rained. But I went and got some of that like aluminum tape. I got a piece of sheet metal, um, and I screwed that in, sealed it with my caulk, and then I put that aluminum tape over top, and then painted over top. Did that as well around the AC, because even after I did that, it was still leaking through like little tiny holes, like the ones that I showed you over there. Little tiny holes out front of here. I mean, it was all across here and under the AC because it hadn't been cleaned or anything like that, so it was just like rust deposits. Um, and so the water was getting into this tiny holes so much that it was leaking really bad, which was crazy because they're like really tiny holes. So I put that tape um, all the way around the AC. I took the AC off, put it around there, um, and painted over it. Put some caulking around the edges or whatever. So haven't had a problem since. So it works. Except for the fact like my AC was leaking when I ran it for a while, and that's because my drain tray um, was filling up and it wasn't draining out. So I had to go and clear out the holes in my drain so it can drain out. Right now I'm not as level as I want to be, so when it drains out, it kind of floats back here. But I'm gonna dump in like 2 days, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. But so far I haven't had any leaks after doing all that. So I think that leaking problem is done. Although I can tell that it has done damage to my roof, but at this point, I mean, as long as it's not leaking, I can live in my RV. I'm good. Um, And then this is my new thing. Started yesterday. We just laid them up there just to get some measurements and mark some areas. So I'll be having my solar panels up here. Um, Gonna be installing them today, drilling some holes, running some wire. I'm thinking because of where the battery and inverter are gonna go for now, I'm gonna run the wire down to my uh, refrigerator vent and see how that works. Obviously, there's like a little bit up there that I could run it to, but then it would mean me running wires all the way through and down to this area right here because that's where it's gonna go. We're gonna try it and see what happens. I mean, every time I try and do something, it ends up being like some big adventure and you have to figure things out. But it's a part of it. And I'm excited to get these solar panels working. So, as she says, not, I don't know, energy, um, 230 watts right here. I would like one more to be like just the right size that I need for everything, obviously, except for like the AC, big things like that. But this should be enough for me. I mean, at least for now, uh, until I get more established in this lifestyle and things like that. So, plus I'm just trying it out, see what happens.
Screwed all four corners in on the panel, the first panel. And we're gonna do the second one. Anyway, so we put the first panel on. This is what it looks like on the brackets that we installed. This is a custom installation right here because we're gonna have it tilt. So we cut some of this bar. It was like L shape, and we cut it down and cut it into 4 pieces. So we're gonna have it tilt. So but these are the top part on the panel, and then on the roof we have these. So we got it up, and this is basically the idea. Just a tilt frame. Yeah, so we can tilt either side towards the sun. So we got them in.